Who is your favorite actor to work with in St. Louis, and why is it me?
I hate you.
I knew you'd love that.
Hi, I'm Ellie Schwetye, and I am the director of Every Brilliant Thing. So dumb.
It's just looking at you. I can't. It makes you laugh. Hey, my name is Bonfiglio. I'm the actor in Every Brilliant Thing. I'm playing the narrator.
There's one part.
Well, not in ours,
That's true.
right?
We have.
You are one of the parts.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, so
The audience is the star of the show, actually.
speaking of that, Ellie, why don't you tell me a little bit about what are you most excited about for this production, for this process?
What I'm most excited about is, well, a huge part of it is getting to work with you again.
Great answer. That's good.
It's fun to make theater with people that you really love and care about, and I think it just brings so much more like life and energy and that heart, especially that this play needs when you do work with people that you already know and have a great relationship with. So that's one thing I'm excited about. I'm excited about the challenge of all of that audience participation in a gentle, non-threatening way, right, William?
Yes. Yeah, no, I think I am with you 100%. I think it's very different than the last one we did here. And so the challenge of, how do we create something that is going to invite the audience in every night and be also how do I on stage, help facilitate every night a different experience, perhaps, depending on, who shows up.
Yeah, right, exactly. And figuring out, what do we do if we have an audience some night that's just wants to be a little bit more not participate as much, just listen and watch a little bit more. How do we kind of get through those or work through those moments where we really are depending on some help from folks? Yeah, all our little tricks up our sleeves.
You know it.
Directing a one-person play.
Yes, tell me about that.
Well, it's unlike directing a big ensemble piece or even a two-person piece. You really have just this central actor who, we're relying on to kind of navigate us, take us through this journey of the story. And so it really is incumbent upon those of us making this play, the director, the performer, the designers, to kind of set up this world that makes it easy and comfortable and nice for the actor to lead the journey. And then for the audience to feel ready and able and comfortable in following him along the journey. And I think that's the real challenge, especially with this play, making sure our audience feels welcomed, comfortable, they are kind of integral to this storytelling process.
Yeah, I'd say they are very, because without them, there are moments where it can't really happen, And so I think this play is so different maybe than anything subscribers who've, it's the 25th year, and so if you've seen all the years leading up to it, this is really different probably than any of the shows in the past, just because of what you named. There is this need of the audience to be a part of the storytelling and the communal aspect of just sharing in community to tell the story and be together to witness it and experience it and help tell it for each of us, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting how the audience and the narrator, the actor of Every Brilliant Thing, have this different relationship maybe that an actor in a different play might have with the audience.
Yeah.
There's something really special about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the idea, and with the themes of the play, being a little bit darker, dealing with depression and mental health, and children who have parents who have experienced suicide. It's really sensitive topics, and I think topics that probably every person in the audience will have experienced themselves or, have known someone, and so everybody brings kind of something really personal to this play. And so kind of honoring that, our audience's experience too, makes it a really, unique piece, and certainly, different in format than probably than what's been presented before.
Yeah.
William.
Yes.
Why should our audience come and see this play?
I think it's going to be really special, and so I think we're coming out of this period of time where we've been just seeing a lot of uncertainty in terms of the world, right? In a lot of ways. We had the pandemic. We're seeing a lot of just disruption in the way American life is happening, right? And there's a lot of, I think, of tension in the air. And I think this story is so about the community and about the community coming together to witness it and be a part of it and tell it together. And that is, I think, very special. And the fact that the story is one about resilience and about forgiveness, right? And about understanding. I mean, the themes of the play could not be more timely in my mind. I think it's just a beautiful piece that we as a community get to not only share, but we get to tell as ourselves, right? And as who we are, and do it together. And I think that is what I'm looking forward to, is the idea of spending the time together to tell a really beautiful story and have a chance to think about where we've been over the last few years and where we collectively can go moving forward. Yeah. What about you?
I really believe that what will draw the audience to this play, number one, is you.
It's you.
People love Will Bonfiglio on stage.
People love Ellie Schwetye directing a play.
So, but I also think that because this play, the way it's structured, and the way our personalities are, and how both of us kind of want optimism and positivity and laughter and joy. So knowing that that's how we're approaching making this play and telling this story will infuse the performances with that joy and optimism and hope, like you say. And yeah, I think that's what we kind of need right now. We need laughter and we need hope, even though it's heavy topics. It's, even though it is a heavier topic, it's done with this air of there is hope and there is joy and there are always brilliant things in our lives.
You are a brilliant thing. You are, yeah.
Wait, what did we say yesterday? Not too many material things.
Oh, things have to be genuinely wonderful in life.
Genuine and wonderful in life.
Who is your favorite actor to work with in St. Louis, and why is it me?
I hate you.
I knew you'd love that.
Oh, well.
No, you don't have to answer. It was a joke, but I thought maybe I'll throw it in.
You are one of my favorite people to work with.
Likewise.
I can't name a favorite.
I know. You can name a brilliant one.
I can name a brilliant one. Will Bonfiglio.
Can you, and my name.
Bonfiglio, la la la.
Oh, I love you.
None of this
is going in. Okay, I have a question for you, Ellie.
Okay, great.
So, do we need to wait? Are we good? Okay. So I have a question for you. So, what is it going to be like for you to come back now again to the J? This time, you just came off of the B play recently last season, and you were acting in it, and now this time you're directing. And so, I guess, what are you excited about going now off stage back to the director role like we did last time when we were together?
All of my experiences working with the New Jewish Theater, directing, performing, sound designing, it kind of doesn't matter. It's always a positive experience because the folks that work here, make the theater, support the theater, are just some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And so it doesn't matter, every experience I've had has just always been lovely and wonderful. And knowing that this is an environment, a space, people that want to tell great stories, want to engage with the community, want to bring something positive and kind of thought-provoking to our town. Those are all kind of mindsets that I have in how I want to tell stories. So it just feels like a great place to do that and to be part of this community, specifically at the J, being able to tell the stories. That was a good question.
Thank you. I agree. I think something I would add to that is it has this odd almost feeling of like a homecoming of you and I getting to come back and do this again. And I think the audiences here are so wonderful in that there's such like a loyal subscriber base as well. And I think that that's really exciting that not only is it like we're coming back to do a show together again, but some of the audience, right, will be back with us again.
We get to come back and see friends. That
exactly. So I think that it really is a community, and getting to be together for this experience again, in this space again, is just really, it's really wonderful. I'm very excited about it. So.
Yeah. It's exactly the same and completely different.
That's the selling point. So I think this one-man show is different than the last one we did, when we did Fully Committed. That was, well, for one, I'm very excited to get to move around more this time, right?
Chained to that desk.
Yeah, I was like, stuck at the desk with the phones, managing the hotline at the restaurant, right? So the plot of this already gives me, I think, more leeway to walk around and move and have more freedom to it. So I love that about it. But I think, this one is, there's something magical about it in a way, with the way we are going to approach it. One, with our shorthand that we have as like friends and colleagues and collaborators, and I think getting to do another one-man show with the two of us is, I'm excited about it. I think it's neat that we get the opportunity to take what we built and created with Fully Committed and now have that relationship and that sense of the way we work together, and how do we use that as the foundation to build this new project, right? This new play that is quite different, as you named. There are different, unique challenges to it, but I think it's great that I'm just glad that I get to be with you again. I hope you feel the same about it. So maybe I'm sorry or thank you, but I'm just thrilled to. I love being in the room with you, and I think it's so fun when we get to play and. To collectively come up with bits or ideas or test things out and try to solve the riddle, right, of theater. Like learning about theater with you is just really fun.
No, I absolutely feel the same. Being in the room, making theater together, that is a special kind of bond and connection that we have. And, I'm thinking about our experience of doing Fully Committed, where you played 50 some odd different characters, all while sitting at a desk. In other one-person shows that you've done, again, the experience of having to play many characters as you tell that story. So in this play, we're still just building on all of that, like that experience. Obviously has to inform what we do here. It's the same idea. I mean, you still are building characters, and at times you're playing either different versions or ages of yourself, different characters within the story and world that you're telling. But then also your experience of playing multiple characters in other one-person shows, you have to kind of teach the audience how to do that too, as they help you take on some of these characters.
Yeah, and that is one of the unique challenges, I think, of this piece, right? Exactly, that in the last one we did, I had to find and create each of these really distinct personas almost that the audience can follow along with the story and know who's talking, because we didn't introduce the character every time. You know, though, that shape he's making or the voice he's making, that tells me, right, that he's that character now. But you're right, with this, it's like the audience also by nature of just who they are and showing up as themselves too, I think, and incorporating them into the piece to play the specific roles throughout the show that require an extra person, right? I'm excited for that, and I think you're right. It is interesting this time that rather than necessarily having to quickly shuffle between characters as myself, here it's like I get to be me, but at different ages. So we see more growth with one character maybe than we did in Fully Committed. I think that that's something I'm excited to explore this time that we get to do because of this script. Whereas before it was maybe shorter moments or shorter conversations with multiple characters, and now we get to understand more of this character's journey and the way he perceives the world and how it changes throughout his life because of the events that happen in the play and the different ages he is throughout the play.
Right.
Yeah.
And our ability to personalize this play, our telling of this play to you specifically, your, age and your kind of own life experience, the city that we live in, our, experience as St. Louisans, Midwesterners, Americans. We could, we get to take all that and include our own kind of specific brilliant things based on where we are and the time we are now telling this story. Fully Committed opens March 16th. Put that in the blooper reel.
Yes.
Oh my God. We don't know what day, what year.
Please not that show again. That made me like very stressed just hearing you say that it opens.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, we were just talking about it. Okay. Every Brilliant Thing opens March 16th, and you can get tickets today at newjewishtheater.org.